The teacher development department was actually developed in response to Fresno Unified needing to prepare highly effective teachers for all classrooms. One of the things that are really important in the curriculum that we need for aspiring teachers who don't have those experiences is really them understanding standards. So one of the things in looking at Invention Project that made us go with Invention Project was that it aligned to the NGSS standards.
The biggest challenge I've seen with teachers is that a lot of them come in with no experience in managing or running their own classroom. They've come in as aides or other roles in the classroom.
When a teacher comes into camp, they get brand new students they've never seen before. They may be in a grade level that they've never taught before. So classroom management is always at the top of our list as coaches to support the teachers.
It's a different age group from what I'm used to. I teach high schoolers. It's made me adapt a little bit more of how I approach my teaching.
Invention Project has the curriculum laid out. They don't have to do a lot of that back-end planning, and it's really easy to follow.
Right off the bat, it is really engaging for the students, and so classroom management is a lot easier to handle when you have a high amount of student engagement.
With our aspiring teachers, it's a great introduction on curriculum. It is not too overwhelming, but it is straightforward enough where they can grab it and go with it, but also expand upon it and make it their own.
I'm not in a box, so to speak. I'm free to expand on the curriculum if need to, or even, shorten it and tailor it to my classroom, my students, depending on what they're needing.
It gives me that experience of being in front of the classroom and having all this curriculum and all of these materials and finding a way to work with them and the students. They get to learn while building and having fun. So I think it benefits both of us in a really awesome way.
All the materials that the Invention Project provides to us are really helpful, from the manuals to the booklets to all the online resources. It's really helpful for us to be able to lesson plan, to get ahead of the curve.
The materials bring curiosity to every student so they can create, they can invent, and they can really get into their creativity.
It's a lot of different things that maybe they're familiar with, but they haven't gotten to explore this way. So they have seen cups, but they haven't built anything with cups, and now they get to create these inventions with cups and tape, and it's so much fun to watch them do that.
I think watching the confidence build among aspiring teachers, the day one, they're maybe a little bit nervous. They don't necessarily have a flow as they go through the curriculum, but then they get comfortable. They realize through their planning and through using the curriculum and all that it offers, kind of how to present it to the kids and really get the most meaning out of it.
When they see that we're not shutting them in a box and we want them to have fun, their confidence soars. And I think that's the greatest thing to see them from the beginning of camp to the end of camp. So it's a challenge, but it's also ties in with the most spectacular thing of watching them grow.
I don't feel afraid like I'm doing something wrong, because I feel with this curriculum, you really can't make any mistakes. You can just expand, improve. It's really inspiring to see the students be very, very creative with the materials that they're given. So I think that it's very, very good when it's building confidence for both me and my students.
They're making differences in kids' lives, and when you see students say, "This is better than Halloween," or "I feel like I can invent anything," that's life-changing for kids.